I want to appreciate everyone coming out.
Thank you.
For gracing their voices, unison, together. Turned out to be a nice day. Does that help? So, I want to go ahead and get started with the first part of our program. And to open us up, I want to start with the culture. Let's get us bring up Comrade Sophie El-Kibla.
Come on, Sophie. Come on. Come on.
Sophie El-Kibla.
She's outside for you. You got it.
Outside voice.
No, that's right. It's your voice.
Yeah, that's right.
Organize.
Twisted tongues have dominated our lives for generations. From one slave master masquerading behind fake smiles to the one telling the truth as untruth is the same. They are constantly blowing smoke up our assets in order to
Yeah, I live up on Euclid Street, so I was coming across. I was about to send a sign, so yeah, I'm coming down. I was like, oh, yeah.
Afraid of the spoken word of truth being heard and action taken to liberate our lives. We unite in defense of justice for all oppressed people under colonial rule. They created rules stamped in books that they cannot honor themselves. These rules always change when they involve us and our liberation and reparation. The ink fades when the laws used against them for our wellness. Free speech tread water and drown like a sinking ship hit a tornado when called upon for truth. We let these lies of history crumble when the light shines. Never were we to curl our tongues for the freedom and liberation. But we will not either. We will fight. We will win. Freedom from the mental bondage and physical suffering placed upon centuries of oppression. We will no longer bend over for another strap to burn our back, another noose around our necks. We must have black power in our lifetime.
Our lifetime. That's right.
We will no longer agonize in silence. We will shout into the wind. We will organize in the streets, in our homes, in the parks, in the schools, in the workhouses, on our airways, and in our printed papers. We will shout to the top of our lungs because when we fight,
We win.
when we fight,
We win.
now it's even more important to organize for our freedom. We will not be held captive or a handout. Food grows from the earth, not from the colonializer's hand. Snap on that. We are resilient, and that's what pisses them off. We will no longer agonize. We organize for freedom. When we fight,
We win.
when we fight,
We win.
when we fight,
We win.
don't organize, don't agonize.
Organize.
Uhuru!
Uhuru! Uhuru!
Woo-hoo!
Kobe. Kobe? Yeah.
Uhuru! Uhuru!
No, actually, I moved to the city about a year and a half ago. So yeah, I work at the NIH actually, so I'm not working right now. So it's been great to hop into like organizing and connecting more with.
You can't hear me for real? I usually don't
Yeah, no, it's
need
not bad.
a
Yeah.
microphone
And I
or
still got paid
telephone.
yesterday too, so two thumbs up on that.
I usually don't need one. As you can tell, my voice carries
In fact, I can't sing a note at all, but I consider myself to be the Whitney Houston of protest. I can't sing at all. I can't do what she can do. She ain't got work over on me. No, but I want to bring up our next revolutionary, fiery, strong comrade. And in fact, we learn from each other because he's always reminding me and encouraging me. Oh yeah, I got to sharpen this up. He is with NP Dom in Brooklyn. I'm not messing up the title, so please correct me. And he's also with he has joined the Black is Back Outreach Committee. And he's always saying, Lisa, get more membership, you got to do that. And I'm like, yes, you're right, I do. I want to bring up this powerful brother Yeshua Lako. Look out. When the government threatens to cut our food stamps, don't agonize, organize. When the government sends federal troops to the black community, don't agonize, organize. When the government sends ICE agents to lock up American citizens, don't agonize, organize. When the police occupy the black community like the U.S. government occupies Iraq and Afghanistan, don't agonize, organize. When you see the maternal mortality rate, what it is today in America, don't agonize, organize. When you see the countless ways that the black community is under attack right here in D.C., right here in America, don't agonize, organize. Because we have a right to defend our ability to be self-determined. That's why we want everybody to know we're not agonizing. What are we doing?
Organizing.
We're not agonizing for American imperialism. We're organizing to overturn American imperialism. And we all have to recognize that we stand united against colonialism. Because colonialism is the primary basis of all of our problems. We be organizing on the New York front of the worldwide African liberation movement. But we know that the contradictions that we are faced with in New York are not unique to New York. They're not unique anywhere on the planet Earth because of where colonialism is. We're going to have inequity. We're going to have poverty. Poverty is not natural. Poverty is engineered by colonialism. So we got to get organized to overturn the current state of conditions that we are up against. Uhuru means freedom. And we know it's our job to not to agonize. We must what?
Organize.
Because we must organize for self-determination. That's real democracy. Self-determination, the ability for us to control our own community. The ability to have community control over the schools. That's democracy. The ability to have community control over housing. That's democracy. The ability to have control over every institution in our community is democracy. And until we reclaim control over every institution in our community, we will never have democracy. We understand that American democracy is hypocrisy. Despite the fact that we got a lot of people that look like us in office, but they don't represent our interests. In fact, the conditions of our community are worse. Despite how many black politicians we have, despite how many black mayors we have, despite how many black governors or black city council members we have, the conditions of the black community have not gotten any better. So we don't want white power in a black face. Right. We want self-determination. We don't want vehicles of oppression, like the Democratic Party is a vehicle of oppression and exploitation. We want vehicles of liberation, like the African People's Socialist Party, like the Black is Back Coalition for peace, social justice, and reparations. This is a vehicle for liberation, unlike the Democratic Party, unlike the Republican Party, unlike the U.S. government. And we have to understand the true nature of our relationship to the U.S. government. The U.S. government has never meant for us to be free, but for us to be working together to overturn the class contradictions that we are all faced with. We have to come together as the have-nots and take back what's ours from those who stole what's ours. Uhuru means freedom, y'all. Let's get organized. Don't agonize.
Organize. Uhuru!
Uhuru! Uhuru! Hands off Uhuru!
Hands off Africa!
Hands off Uhuru!
Hands off Africa!
Black in!
Back!
Black in!
Back!
Black in!
Back!
Black in!
Back!
This is the 17th annual Black People's March on the White House, and again I want to give yourselves a hand, a fist up. Fight back! In the air, 17 years, the Black is Back Coalition under the leadership of Chairman Omali Yeshitela, the leader and founder of the Uhuru movement. What people said cannot be done, couldn't be done, wouldn't be done, is being done. Thank you to Brother Zaki Baruni, who's been here with us a long time. The Universal African People's Organization, the African National Women's Organization, the New Abolitionist Movement. We have done it and continue to do it. And remember, the Black is Back Coalition is an organization of organizations. There are 17 different organizations that make up the Black is Back Coalition that stand by the principles of unity. That's what we're trying to do. They don't all have the same political ideology. However, they are united through principles of unity. That's what holds this coalition together in 17 years. Let's get on to our next speaker, Sister Lisa, so that we can move the program along. Next up is Brother Zaki Baruni. Uhuru, Universal African People's Organization.
Uhuru!
Let the say.
We hear you. Uhuru!
Uhuru!
Again, power to the people. Assalamu alaikum. And let me just say this, on the human side, just want to salute this brother right here.
Can't hear you!
I mean,
I can't hear you! That's hilarious.
Speak up. The whole march, and he's having knee problems. That speaks to the spirit of the masses of the people. Give it up for him.
Right on.
And also, I want to salute everybody that's over 70
Yes,
for
sir.
joining the march. Let's give it up to those over
Yes,
70.
sir.
I want to
Yes,
be
sir.
brief. And then being brief, we already, everybody that's out here is conscious, know what needs to happen. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
All the conscious people. What we got to do is multiply our efforts at recruiting people to work for the liberation of us as the people.
That's right.
Well, as I stand here, my vision is at some point in the historical evolution of this country, that instead of that dastardly flag up there, at some point in time, it will have the red, black, and green.
Yeah!
All right? Are y'all down with that?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. Are you down with that?
Yeah.
It represents a new day, a new world order. A world order based on justice and no oppression of any human being.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
But again, to do that, the deal is we got to be serious, as I said earlier. Because on the real side, we got an enemy that has firepower on the real side. I just got to cut it down on the real side, who's super organized. So the challenge with us, and I'm challenging everybody out there, everybody got to think of themselves as a general.
That's right.
As a general, because we got to have what? As I said earlier, armies.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Armies of righteous people.
That's right.
They're sick and tired of seeing people without decent medical care. Who's sick and tired of our children being shot down and murdered in the streets of America. Who's sick and tired of the foreign policy of this country. That they can blow people out of the boat in terms of trying to intimidate Venezuela without any kind of due process. Our people are sick and tired of the constant bombing of Gaza and the murder of children. We're sick and tired of the exploitation of Africa. But for me, the Creator, the Master, has a master plan. And that master plan is you. It's you. And in being you, you gotta be a person of full wisdom, full of courage, tenacity of spirit, patient with our people, and have a heart of humbleness. And when we put together that kind of army, we will bless humanity. Because humanity calls for everybody in America to be organized to put an end to the BS here in this country, as we all know. So I close out. I'm asking also, as I close out, our organization published a quarterly newspaper. It's called the African News World. In the spirit of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, we ask for a little donation if you can. But on that note, I would like to be able to say at some point in time, let's rush the White House. Seize power.
Right. Bum rush.
Seize.
Bum rush.
But I want to know, hey, God bless everybody.
Uhuru.
And I'm sorry, I got to take this time. Let's give Chairman O'Malley, African People's Socialist Party, a well-deserved round of applause for their vision in making this the 70th annual March, Black People's March on the White House.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uhuru! Don't agonize!
Organize.
Don't agonize!
Organize.
We got one message for that White House. We are not afraid!
That's right.
We are not afraid!
That's right.
And that's all there is to that. We have always been our own liberators!
Yes, sir.
You can't do nothing for us to hold us back. Uhuru!
Uhuru.
And on that note, y'all get ready for some fire. That's all I'm going to take. Get ready for some fire. Get ready for some fire. Coming from New Jersey. He and I go back some ways. He has been on the front lines of the struggle. I know him with the Malcolm X Grassroots Commemoration Committee, but he's got so many organizations he works with. He'll tell you more about them. Brother Zaid Muhammad, Uhuru! Another person who came out strong in support of the chairman and the Uhuru 3. I hate these goddamn things, y'all. Uhuru!
Uhuru.
Uhuru! Uhuru! Uhuru!
Uhuru.
Just a moment of your time on the shoulders that we stand on. 2 points that I want to focus on in my minute with you. Of course, as an African people, we stand squarely on the shoulders of our ancestors. And yesterday just happened to be the birthday of that general who set off the epic Mau Mau uprising. Don't forget that. That's right. The Mau Mau uprising was brought to the fore. That term that you and I share is our battle cry. Uhuru!
Uhuru.
Uhuru!
Uhuru.
Uhuru!
Uhuru.
Uhuru!
Uhuru.
Didn't fall out of the sky. It came out of the streets of battle. On behalf of the Malcolm X Commemoration Committee in New York City, this year is also, of course, the centennial of Malcolm X. And all year round, not just a goddamn day, all year round, we tell everybody to turn up the volume for Malcolm and for the class of 25. Who is the class of 25? Class of 25 is Lumumba, Patrice Lumumba. The class of 25 is Frantz Fanon. Frantz Fanon. The class of 25 is Robert Williams. Negroes still got guns, y'all. In fact, we got more guns than we ever had. And in the streets of Jersey, I tell my Negroes, I wish we had as many guns. If y'all got back in the 60s, it would have been a different battleground. Stop popping each other off. We got some pigs to keep the pressure off and to run the fuck out of pressure on the bed. Yeah. Building on my comrade, Shopkeeper Rudy. Those of us of a certain age, our asses ain't getting younger.
Nope.
But now I said, every generation, I'm talking to everybody here under 40, there's a bunch of y'all now. Every generation, out of relative obscurity, must determine this mission, fulfill it or betray it. Sons, daughters, grandsons, granddaughters, this is your time. Fuck Trump and his fascists. That's right.
Yeah.
This time, on our watch, we're going to check his ass, we're going to check their ass, and we're going to take that step forward, and we refuse to go back for any goddamn body. Y'all with that? Are y'all with that? Are y'all with that? And nowhere, no way will I ever go representing this organization 33 years in. Started by a former political prisoner named Herman Ferguson.
Yeah.
Oh, may he live, without acknowledging our political prisoners. This was a short march, but at the end of this march, guess what? We're going to march 108 miles from the heart of Philadelphia to the heart of Sacanor, whatever the hell you said it got in prison there. Sacanor, Pennsylvania, where they're holding captive Mumia Abu-Jamal.
Free Mumia!
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 We need more folks younger than my black ass to jump in that cadre of soldiers to do that march. So, let's get serious. Oh, I thought that was our people. Fuck it. My bad. I thought that was our people because I know we got to get to the bus. So let me just whine and say this. On this moment, on this time, on the tradition of struggle that brought you here, on the ancestors on the shoulders we stand, and do not let anybody turn you around or force us to take a single step back. Keep the pressure on the pig, free our political prisoners, build a united front against fascism, and let's turn this around.
Right.
A hooroo! A hooroo! Give it up for this brave young queen, all the way from Jersey, with that winning her protest voice named Lisa Davis.
Next, I'm going to bring two people to the stage. And let me just say this about the Green Party, because New Jersey is also having an election. It got two horrible candidates. And I got to know these people. I even know Barry Bender. When I first really got to know him, he was coming to a hands-off Uhuru demonstration, and we had called because immediately when they heard about that, they were on it. I know that Madeline Hoffman and I go back several years, and we've had some serious discussions about reparations.
Yes,
for her to become a proponent of reparations, take it on in one of her campaigns at one time. We'd be organizing anti-war demonstrations, bringing all of it into talking about free our political prisoners, hands off, stop police brutality, all of that. So, and lastly, I just want to say, in New Jersey's election, I'm not capitulating. I'm going for the candidate that represents what we want. Somebody who I also met on the front line doing the work, and that's Lily Benavides. But the New Jersey Green Party, come on up.
All right.
I got it. Yeah, get on the page.
Yeah, thank you.
20 years ago.
Thank you, Lisa, for inviting me, and thanks everyone for being here. I'm not going to make a big long speech, but something happened in New Jersey, I guess it was a couple of months ago, that it hit me in my heart really hard. There was a black, can you hear me?
There we go.
There was a black woman
Oh, that's right.
in New Brunswick
That's right.
who was
Deborah
having
Terrell.
a
Terrell.
Deborah Terrell, okay?
That's right.
She was having a mental health issue, and they sent the police to her door at 5 a.m. They were banging on her door, okay? Someone said she had a knife or a machete or whatever. To make a long story short, they broke down her door. They tased her, and then shot her in the back and dragged her dead body out of the apartment that she was in. This cannot be tolerated. And in New Jersey, we've heard nothing from the Attorney General. We've heard nothing from the Governor of New Jersey. We cannot stand for this. We have to make noise. We have to protest. It can't go on anymore because everyone's life is important. It doesn't matter what color you are, what country you're from, etc. Okay? They take black lives much lighter than other people's, and it's absolutely disgusting. And we have to continue fighting. We'll fight forever. And like someone said, when we fight, we win. And we have to continue to do that. I'm going to turn this over to my friend Madeline Hoffman.
Can you hear me? Yes. Yes. Okay, my name is Madeline Hoffman. I am the campaign manager for Lily Benavides, who is running for governor in New Jersey with the Green Party, and she's a write-in candidate only because the Democratic Party in Morris County kicked her name off the ballot by disenfranchising hundreds of people of color, people of Palestinian or Arab descent, and the like. So, yes, it is difficult. So I'm going to read the statement if I can keep it flat. On behalf of Lily Benavides, who couldn't be here today. I think I need my glasses too. Dear comrades, my name is Lily Benavides, and I'm the Green Party of New Jersey's write-in candidate for governor. I would like this opportunity to confirm that I stand in unwavering solidarity with the Black community in the ongoing fight for liberation and justice. I, as a member of the Green Party and as an individual, recognize the historical and systemic oppression faced by Blacks and communities of color, and I commit to keep amplifying their voices, supporting their efforts, and advocating for equitable policies. We have also, as a Green Party, have been in favor of reparations for at least 25 or 30 years. This is not something we jumped on this year.
That's right.
In regard to this march today. Together we can envision a future where equality, dignity, and freedom are not just ideals, but a shared reality for all. It's time to dismantle injustices and build a society rooted in respect and understanding and equality for every individual. We must come together to unite our struggles and confront the formidable challenges posed by our governments, both past and present. We need to fight against the war machine, the insidious nature of racism, and the forces that have led to the mass incarceration and displacement of our communities. We must persist in raising our voices against injustice, both locally and globally. La lucha sigue. Lily Benavides is originally from Colombia, so she knows what happens to communities of color because she's a member of a community of color. And I just want to say both Barry and Lily spent at least 15 minutes across Route 18 in New Brunswick blocking traffic. Shut down Route 18 in order to protest what had happened. Yes. You shut it. So if we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. Uhuru.
Uhuru.
And thank you to everyone for giving us the opportunity to speak.
And let me just also say, they were both there when I was in South Orange and wrongfully accused of doing something I did not do when we were at a pro-Palestine vigil, and they targeted only me. But they've been standing by my side.
You're the only black woman.
Yes, I was the only black woman. Also, I just want to say Lily Benavides, you can tell by her last name, and Madeline just said she was from Colombia. But she also speaks with a strong accent. And we know to speak with a strong accent in this day and age what that means.
Yes,
Now,
Tony.
whip her up the street. But she's still running. That's how strong she is, and I stand beside her. And I am voting for this.
Freeman to our cause of Republican.
Very good.
Our next person that I'm so glad to have met, thanks to the revolutionary sister Betty, and a wonderful show, what's happening on WBAI, 8 o'clock p.m. Wednesday night. Comrade Perry Red. Woo! And he's with Sincere.
Folks, we are here in front of. I'm going to say he took the words right out of my mouth. It's indescribable. But we all saw it coming. That's the worst part of this. And just for the record, I'm agreeing as well. In D.C., we have the D.C. Statehood Green Party. And we are D.C.'s second party. And I want to speak to you on three levels. One local, one national, and the other international. Here in D.C., we have a one-party system. A one-party system means that one party holds all 13 of our legislative body seats. We have 2 seats that are set aside for the non-dominant party. And we have 4 parties that are sanctioned to hold office in D.C. and make decisions and legislate laws. But only one party holds all 13 seats because the 2 seats set aside for the non-dominant party are occupied by Democrats who change affiliations in the middle of elections and turn into independents. And yes, that should be illegal. But when you're the one who makes the laws, everything illegal is legal.
Yeah.
That's not unusual. The D.C. is run like the country is run by Republicans at the national level. But the fact is, the majority of us are of the other party, are of the other mind, are of the other political persuasion, are of the other human dignity persuasion. So when the so-called president decided he would use D.C. as an experiment, understand that the week before the occupation happened, 6 black children under 10 were shot. And Donald Trump said not a word. And then a young white male who was committing illicit acts with a rich white male, they say the richest in the world or in America, I don't know. But when one young white male got beat up and got his nose bloody, he calls in the National Guard. I'll say to you this, that it has been a false premise of him coming here and occupying. And internationally, we in D.C. are living like the Palestinians, where Israel equates one life for 20. One white male gets beat up, and they call National Guard. 6 black children get shot and killed, and not a word. We must attack where the guns come from, who manufactures the guns, who distributes the guns, who crosses state lines and brings them into this district. I want you to know the facts, know the truth, that D.C. is fine without it. And it's made better for all you who are here, immigrants. I want you to know what I know, that we helped build this country. We built this country. Those bricks on the backs of black slaves, and it's my country too.
Uhuru! Uhuru! Our next presenter, again, comes from the New York area, right? New York. And I didn't really know him before the attack on the Uhuru movement, although I did see a TikTok video that he did at one time. But before I knew it, when the call was put out, when people heard about this horrible injustice that was happening, he was there. Brother Caleb, Comrade Caleb Malcolm with the Center for Political Innovation. CPI, the Center for Political Innovation. We are so glad to have him here with us. He never backed off, never relented, and he's here with us today. Uhuru!
Uhuru!
I really want to say that it's an absolute honor to be here at this 17th annual Black is Back March, because consistency is important. And the reason that Chairman O'Malley and the African People's Socialist Party was targeted was because of their bravery and their willingness to stand alone. Because 17 years ago, they told us on American television, racism's over. Yep. Barack Hussein Obama is now the President of the United States. Yep. And it was not a popular thing to say that was a hoax and that was a lie. But Chairman O'Malley and the Uhuru movement did it. Yeah. And they did it year after year after year. Yes. And they were brave enough to stand against the crowd. Yes. And everyone knows they were right. Barack Obama killed Gaddafi and destroyed the most prosperous country on the African continent. He destroyed Libya. Barack Obama ground this country into poverty, and conditions haven't changed. And it wasn't a popular thing to say that back in 2008, but Chairman O'Malley did it, and they came after him, and they've gone after him just like they've gone after so many voices for peace, so many people that are brave enough to stand up. And we take our hats off to Chairman O'Malley. Every effort was made to get the Uhuru 3 to plead in federal court, but they refused to do it. And they went to federal court and they fought for our right to advocate peace. Damn right. And they challenged the FBI in court, and they won. And before the entire world, they showed that the FBI lied to get that indictment. And now we know this whole Russiagate hysteria was a hoax. Russia is not our enemy. Our enemy is the big bankers and international monopolies that are grinding this country into a low-wage police state and marching us toward World War III. And there's a big section of the world that is broken free from their dominance. The BRICS world, Russia, India, China, South Africa, whole sections of the planet are rising up. And the only future that America is going to have is going to be with that new economy. We need to oppose Wall Street. We need to oppose their wars. We need to have friendship between the peoples of China and America, friendship between the peoples of Russia and America, friendship with Venezuela. The only future is peace and economic development. We need a government of action that will fight for working families. Thank you, everyone.
The next person that we're going to be bringing to the stage, another member of the Uhuru Solidarity movement. This is Kara Locke. If you think coming from New Jersey was far, I do. She came from Oakland, California.
Oh yeah.
Uhuru! Uhuru!
Uhuru!
Uhuru! It is such an honor to be here today at the 17th annual Black People's March on the White House.
Yes.
Uhuru! I'm part of the Uhuru Solidarity Movement, and the Uhuru Solidarity Movement is the organization of white people under the leadership of the African People's Socialist Party, organizing in the white community for reparations to African people and white solidarity with Black Power.
All right.
Uhuru. We salute our leadership, Chairman Omali Yeshitela.
Yeah.
Deputy Chair Ona Zane Yeshitela. Yes. Director Akili Anais. Impedum President Emmanuel Maku. Black is Back Vice Chair Lisa Davis. And all the leaders and members of the Black is Back Coalition for Social Justice, Peace, and Reparations, as well as African People's Solidarity Committee, Chairwoman Penny Hess. We salute the theme of today's historic march, Don't Agonize,
Organize!
Now is the time for white people people to join in the real fight back under the leadership of the African Revolution.
Yes.
Stand in solidarity with African, Palestinian, indigenous, and oppressed peoples of the world. Colonialism must go.
Must go.
Must go. We call on white people who stand against U.S. wars of occupation to unite with the anti-colonial struggle of African people inside the U.S. and around the world. If we are truly against U.S. wars abroad, we must take a stand against the wars of occupation right here inside the colonial borders of the United States, against the African and indigenous communities, the fundamental war upon which the entire system of the colonial capitalism rests. We must join the fight for reparations to African people, for centuries of oppression and exploitation that continue to this day. This is the basis for genuine anti-imperialism. We say reparations now.
Reparations now.
Reparations now.
Now.
Right. We stand in solidarity with the African Revolution. We stand of solidarity with the African Revolution that links us in unity with oppressed peoples everywhere, from Palestine to Venezuela. White people can be a part of building a positive future for all of humanity by joining the fight back under the leadership of the African working class, who have always been the leaders and drivers of progressive change. A new world is being born. We can join the rest of humanity through solidarity with African, indigenous, Palestinian, colonized, and oppressed peoples who are fighting for the future where nobody lives at another's expense. Unity through
reparations.
Join the Uhuru Solidarity Movement.
Black is back.
Black is back. Black is back. Fight back. Fight back. Fight back. Fight back. Fight back. Fight back.
Fight back.
Organize. Organize.
Organize.
I just want to say we will soon be coming to the close of our program. We have a few more presentations, and we're going to be getting to them. But right now, we're going to have Sister. Yesterday, I have had like no sleep. So I'm forgetting names.
With a great memory.
She's going to come up and do a call for resources because we know what we got to do. We found ourselves. That's how we do it.
All right, y'all. We had this march. It took some resources. We're funded by the community. So we want y'all to come on up. There's a box on the stage that says donations. And any amount will help, right? Like we are recouping some resources for producing and getting the march on, the rally happening. And Lisa, what all went into the march? So we had to get the stage, we had to organize buses, we had to, rent things and locations and buy food and banners and all those things. And so your resources, your contributions will ensure that the African revolution, the African participation in the Black is Back coalition stays self-determined. We don't want to go out and get grants, and we don't want to be beholden to the state because it's responsible. We are responsible. When Marcus Garvey built an organization of over 1 million Africans, probably more, in the United 1 billion Africans across the world. He did so by dimes and nickels and quarters and all of that stuff. Africans everywhere were able to chip in and contribute to making the Black Star Line. They were able to contribute to all of the industries that the Marcus Garvey organization, University,
Everyone I
Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League, right, were able to do. So please come on up. There's a donation box on the stage. Any amount helps, and we're contributing to African self-determination and continue to make these marches happen every single year. And other things that the Black is Back organization does, which has the conferences every year. We have the electoral school. We We have all of these other events that allow the people to come and get involved. So thank you so much for everybody who's donated so far.
2020.
What? There you go. Thank you so much, everybody who has been donated so far. And please, before we close out this today, please continue to do so. Thank you so much.
Give me 2020.
So Black is.
I'll match.
Black is. Black is. Black is. Are we for colonialism?
Hell no.
Are we for imperialism?
Hell no.
Are we down with capitalism? What are we for? Freedom. What do we want? Freedom. When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Now.
When do we want?
Freedom.
When do we want it?
Now.
Fist up. Fist up.
Fight back.
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 Udo, thank you so much, everyone. Please continue to donate if you can.
Room.
Miami-Dade. Just brother up. Lift your 4 feet around. 4 feet. 4 feet. Give us another one of your poems. Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah, we're going to be right down on the left.
If you don't have cash, you do have a cash app. So $, VIP, COA, VIP, COA. So go on.
Knock that 20.
Black people united.
Will never be defeated.
Black people united.
Will never be defeated.
Black people united.
Will never be defeated. Fight back. Fight back. Fight back. Fight back. Fight back. Fight back. Fight back.
What do we want?
Free-
We want freedom. What do we want?
Freedom.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Freedom.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Freedom.
When do we want it? What do we want? Freedom. When do we want it? What do we want? Freedom. When do we want it? What do we want? Freedom. When do we want it? Uhuru. Uhuru.
Fist up!
Fight back.
Fist up!
Fight back.
Uhuru!
Uhuru.
See, I told you I didn't need this, but it helped.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Unleash my tongue. Words hold the power that change lives. Communication is necessary for existence.
Did I agree?
Unleash my tongue.
Awesome. I was
Let
just out
peace
my
be
girlfriend
mine
research.
to
It's on art in the Black Party.
To
She's grad both
teach,
in the museum.
to
It's
rally
awesome
forward.
just being around and like
Words
getting to
placed
see all the
in
history. I know she went to the
prison
public
is
libraries and
changed.
like went through the archives.
I got all of it.
It's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, really.
Words placed
Yeah, it was super
in
cool.
prison is chain placed on my mind and our future. Locked away ideas caught in my
She has,
throat. Choking the release of the future to my people's freedom. I will not be bound. I will not control my gift of words. Uhuru is freedom. Freedom is stuck in my mind, in our lives, in our hands, in our reach. In the words from my belly to my tongue, I will not stop. I will not give up. I will not give in. Unleash my tongue. Into the light I will speak. Unleash my tongue. Free speech is mine. Liberation is ours. This time until Uhuru is won. Long live Comrade Assata Shakur. Until Uhuru until it's won. You will not leash my tongue. We do not agonize. We
Organize.
We fight until we win. Uhuru!
coming to the stage, is already at the stage. He is a strong. He is a strong revolutionary fighter. You know, you hear me use that word a lot. But he is also a resource. He is Paul Pumphrey. He has such strong international connections. He is with Friends of the Congo. And he informs us so much and helps to guide us about these relationships that are going on in the Congo and what's happening, but not just the Congo, but internationally. Uhuru, Brother Paul Pumphrey!
Uhuru. Today, I want to speak about some things that we all can do. One, the government has not audited the Department of Defense for over 50 years. Now, what does that mean? They spend almost $1 trillion of our tax dollars. Money that can be used for affordable housing. Money to be used to lower the tuition of colleges and universities. Money that can be used for free health care. We need to write letters to every member of Congress and say to them, call for an audit of the U.S. Department of Defense, or you will not get our votes. Now, when you talk about $1 trillion, let's think about that. What are we talking about? And how is that money being spent? Well, if we look at the war in Afghanistan, they spent $2.3 trillion in almost 20 years. And that was supposedly to train an army, which within 2 days after Biden announced we were going to leave in 2 weeks, disappeared. It was supposed to be used to destroy the Taliban, and within 2 days after Biden announced we were going to leave in 2 weeks, became the government of Afghanistan. Go on the internet and look up the UN report on illegal drugs in Afghanistan, and you will find that 90% of the heroin that came into the United States while the U.S. was in Afghanistan, came from Afghanistan. And some of us may be old enough to remember during the Vietnam War where most of the heroin came in from, Southeast Asia. So we need to ask some serious questions and help our families and our neighbors to understand that the government that they've been voting for have been the same government that has fought against the people of this country. They have used our tax dollars to prop up the military-industrial complex. When we look at the Congo, from 1996 to 2006, the United Nations pointed out that over 6 million people lost their lives, and only in the area of the Congo where the cobalt and the coltan and the tin was found. So we need to understand how our tax dollars are being used, not to support justice, not to support the development of the people of this country, but to help the super rich get richer at the expense of humanity around this world.
Yes, with our tax dollars.
And we should say hell no.
Hell no!
We should say hell no.
Hell no!
That in fact we should be demanding
Yes.
and educating our neighbors
Yes.
to say neither the Democrats nor the Republicans
Neither one.
serve our interests.
That's right.
So again, please check out our website, friendsofthecongo.org. Thank you. Thank you. And here's another comrade that I've been in the struggle with a long time, whether it's fighting to keep these radio stations open to disenfranchised communities like WBAI, which is part of the Pacifica Network. And he also works with the Friends of Mumia, New York City Coalition. He's a strong fighter in terms of freeing all political prisoners and whenever you need him. And he was front and center
Center with the hands off Uhuru, and I know that he has a relationship with the Uhuru movement as well. Also, he and Sister Betty Davis played a significant role in us being able to get a bus to come here. So we appreciate everything about you, Comrade Hill. And she's going to be speaking, representing the Free Mumia Coalition in New York City. And they're about so much more than just freeing Mumia Abu Jamal, though we realize it's important, but they want everybody. So free them all!
My story's going to be a little bit all over the place, but it starts in maybe a strange place. 1962 in Mississippi. I was 4 years old. My mom was a year away from taking me down the road here for a march, another march that Malcolm X talked about the house and the field.
Trying to say the house
listen to that speech. It's about that march. But Kalia Park in Mississippi, down the road from Fallon and Hamer, but she was already a leader because 30 years earlier, she was half black having the Dust Bowl, and she was in high school. She led the lunch counter protest that you watch documentaries about, and then she went to work with Medgar Evers when he was killed. So, 24 years ago, I was working with the Green Party in Massachusetts, and with Mel King and Chuck Turner, and we were doing Unified Front that Saeed was talking about, except I didn't know it back then. But they did it down here with the statehood and the Green. Well, we did it with the Rainbow Coalition Party and the Green Party up there, but it was Fred Hampton's Rainbow Coalition, not Jackson. Real Rainbow. Okay, and so because of that, in 2008, Senator McKinney asked me to come to Philadelphia for the Reconstruction Party conference, where I met Kali Akuno, now in Jackson City, fighting for water rights and food sovereignty for Cooperation Jackson. And I met Pam Africa. That's how I ended up working on Mumia. And for her to get in my car, she put Kalia Clark in. And me and Kalia came back to New York, and the first 3 people that signed up for her campaign were Ralph, Betty, and Lynn. Okay, so how does this all come together? Well, also about 50 years ago, Chairman Amal Shatella also left SNCC and formed the African People's Socialist Party. He advanced Marcus Garvey's African nationalism to African internationalism. And now, through the projects in Oakland, in St. Petersburg, in Philadelphia, and most of all in St. Louis. Please go to St. Louis. See the project. The Black Power Blueprint will change your life and your whole outlook. Okay? Those dual power projects led the way for 40 years. And 1,000 flowers bloom. So now, you got people all over the world. In Jackson, Mississippi, in Humboldt County, the U.S. Solidarity Economy Movement, but it's a global solidarity economy movement. And the global tapestry of alternatives. It's all the dual power, community-based program for the community that will survive the system when it collapses. And this is all because of Amalia Shatella and the African People's Socialist Party. They blazed the work. They took us from nationalism to internationalism to global to one humanity with community-based answers and solutions for our own survival. So, Uhuru! 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 Uhuru!
The chairman.
Organize!
Salute Deputy Chair.
And we're going to hear from Sister Betty again, who is the chair of the Education Working Group, and Black Community Control of Education. I'm going to close with Brother Emmanuel McCool.
Okay, I need you to bear with me. If you hear the dogs, keep going. If you see the torches in the woods,
Keep going.
keep going. If they're shouting at
Keep going. Keep going. If you want a taste of freedom, keep going. This is what we mean when we say don't agonize. Organize. I want to tell you again, every day you stay the way you are is a victory against slavery, is a victory against colonialism and what you folks call fascism. You have no choice. There's no middle road. Don't you kid yourself, America. If you don't stand up for freedom, you are Trump. You are someone that abuses a little child sexually. You are someone that encourages your son to be a cocaine addict like Biden did. You're no better than Clinton forcing a woman's head between your fucking knees. You got no choice. If you want your humanity, you have to stand up for liberty. You have to stand up for our right to be human. You have to stand up for our right to love and protect one another. It is your duty to fight for your freedom. It is your duty to win. Okay? We must love and protect each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. And I want you to understand something. Don't you not fools. You know it's wrong to kill someone just because they want their own country in their own language. And even if you hate someone, how can you hate babies? How can you stand and watch babies starve? You know it's wrong what's going in Gaza, but you are paying for it. If you really are an American, stop giving your country the ACAT. Stop it. How dare you tell these young women they gotta have babies and then you say they can't have food? And don't call it SNAP. Call it humanitarian feeding of human beings. You know better than the Israelis. Babies are gonna be starving because you don't take a stand and demand your right to be human. Demand your right to have compassion. Demand the right of somebody like me to get old in my house that I built based on standing on my father's shoulders, who was a sharecropper. He worked himself to death to send me to college. And when I got out of college, the country said I was a woman and couldn't put my name down on the deed. He signed for me. O'Shea! O'Shea! All right? The goddamn dogs have been looking at me all along, and I don't hate dogs. But I sure hate the people who turn the dogs on me. All right? And I'm lucky I got slavery. You match the strongest slaves in the slave pen. And yeah, we are superior. Okay, that's why we run fast, we jump fast, we shoot the ball fast. We talk fast. And Chris Rock said, when we can stand the snow, we'll get you a hockey too. But that's not the issue. The issue is, I need you like you need me. If you don't want to be accused of raping 13-year-olds, you have to side with us. If you don't want to be accused of the Holocaust, of the genocide that's going on in Gaza, you have to stand with us. We don't want to sleep with you if you don't want us to. We don't want to sit down at the table with you if you don't want us to. But goddammit, when I worked 2 jobs for 50 years, and you come and take my health care that I fought for, you step in my house and try to steal my house, I will shoot you. I want you to know I do not believe in nonviolence. You will not take my deed, put your fucking name on my territory. I will shoot you. All right? I'm not agonizing. I'm here so that they won't say she shot that guy in the head just because he took his padlock off her door. You want to keep me from doing that? You organize with me. Yes. Organize. Yes, please.
Nevada, in Kulaleko. All right, I want to show you the people who helped us keep our demons. These are the ones. Okay, in the house. When we went up against the demon rats, I'll say it again. When we went up against the demon rats, they had our back. There's no place where we could speak against the Democratic Party that sold us out. 1 out of every 7 children in a public school in New York City is homeless. And now if this is your American democracy, you can have it and shove it where the sun don't shine. I worked for this health care. I paid the taxes so that my children could go to school in any classroom they wanted if they could compete. And then you turn around and say, oh, you can't have that. Well, I got news for you. I'm not agonizing. I'm organizing. And I want you to look in my eyes. I am not afraid of you. I'm afraid of not answering the call in the mud in the ground. I don't agonize. I organize. The blood in the ground gives me my strength. All right? So you better help me take back this country. All like Malcolm said, we'll take you out.
The Democrats, the Republicans, the whole damn state.
Tell the people who we hate.
The whole damn state.
Everybody, we are coming to the close of our program, but we're going to have Brother Emmanuel McCool taking it out with the leadership of tomorrow. It's you. You are the international president of the international Democratic People Cultural Movement, and he also working with organizing the Youth and Student Working Group. And in fact, he said he learned about us because he saw us marching. He came to one. So, we're going to bring up Brother McCool. And also, I just want to remind everybody that tomorrow is day 2 of the conference, and that's going to be in person and virtual. It's going to start at 11 o'clock a.m. It's going to be in person at the Fairfield Inn, 2305 New York Avenue Northeast, 2nd floor in the Capitol Room. And if you're online, go to www.blackisbackcoalition.org to organize. Tomorrow is also the anniversary of Asada's liberation. Brother Emmanuel McCool, and then Brother Kulaleko reminded us that we should take a group picture before we split. So, Brother Emmanuel McCool.
Oh, is it tomorrow?
Uhuru! Uhuru!
Black ass!
Back!
Black ass!
Back!
Fist up!
Fight back!
Fist up!
Fight back!
Fist up!
Fight back!
Thank you so much for being here. I just want to say a few things. First of all, there would be no America without the near and total decimation of the indigenous people. There would be no America without the Trail of Tears, where these settlers marched the indigenous peoples until they could not march no more. There would be no America without slavery. There would be no America without the war to keep slavery in America. There would be no America without the Tilden-Hayes Compromise that both the Democrat and the Republican Party have worked together to ensure that there would be some semblance of peace in America so long as the Africans, those who were formerly enslaved, were stripped of what little civil rights and liberties that they had won. There would be no America. There would be no America. There would be no America without the Ku Klux Klan. There would be no America without the stripping away of all human and democratic rights of African people. There would be no America without Tulsa, Oklahoma, without Greenwood, without destroying the beautiful black businesses and the cities and the black towns, there would be no America. There would be no America. There would be no America without forcing Africans and those that America had colonized and captured to fight for this country in our present wars. Because these wars aren't our wars. The first imperialist war, World War I, was not our war. It was a war to redivide the world. So was the second imperialist world war, to redivide the world, because the first time around, the colonial powers weren't happy about their cut. Yeah, because they had divided Africa among themselves. That's the borders that you see today. There would be no America without the U.S. coming on top, due to it, coming at the end of the war, barely having a struggle. There would be no America without the U.S. now having access to the former colonies of those that were once held by England, by France, and all of these things. There would be no America without these massive amounts of raw materials now coming into the U.S. There would be no America without ensuring that that any freedom struggle that Africans were engaged in were destroyed. There would be no America without the assassination of Martin Luther King. There would be no America without the assassination of Malcolm X. There would be no America without the murder of something like 30 Black Panthers, locking up something like 600 Black Panthers in a single year. There would be no America without this government creating a counterinsurgency program formerly called COINTELPRO, ensuring that at a time of high struggle, where revolution was the #1 trend in the entire world, where the anti-colonial struggles were happening all throughout the world, of oppressed people struggling to capture our freedom, our self-determination, our resources, and our happiness. There would be no America without the U.S. crushing these efforts. There would be no America without, after that, the U.S. continuing its counterinsurgency program to strip away what little democratic and civil rights that were won from the 60s. There would be no America without the homelessness, the houselessness that we see in our communities, the breaking up and displacement of Black communities and Chicano communities. There would be no America without the concentration camps that are euphemistically referred to as Indian reservations that still exist today, where indigenous people, their lifespan are in their 40s.
It's crazy.
This is what America means to the majority of the people here. This is what DC means to the majority of the people here. It is oppression. America is a settler colony, and that has to be understood. It is a settler colony. It is the largest settler colony in the entire world. It is a settler colony like Israel is a settler colony. It is a settler colony like Australia is a settler colony. Like New Zealand is a settler colony. Like South Africa is a settler colony. Colonialism is colonialism is colonialism, and colonialism is the problem. Colonialism is parasitic. It is a parasite. It is like a tapeworm in your stomach. It does. It does. The food you eat is not your food. It is used to feed the tapeworm. And you don't remove the tapeworm by agonizing, although that's a natural sort of thing. You don't remove the tapeworm by agonizing. You do something about it. You take medicine. You take medicine. If the tapeworm exists to remove your power away from you and to utilize all your energy and productive capacity to grow and strengthen this tapeworm, this parasite, then what you do is you have to recapture your own power back. You have to build your own power back. That's the only way to dislodge this parasite, and it has to be dislodged out of our lives. And it takes organization to do that. Yes. That's why I appreciate this slogan coming out from the Black is Back Coalition, not only today and this weekend, but the entire year. Don't agonize, organize. And one of the things I appreciate is Chairman Monticello, who is chairman of the Black is Back Coalition. We had, in our recent political education study of the International People's Democratic Uhuru Movement, we do these studies, these Revolutionary National Democratic Program studies, in which we study the program of the International of Impedum. And we had reviewed an earlier video coming out from the chairman, which he had put out immediately after the election, this most recent election. And it was a video explaining what the Trump presidency means to black people. And he said, there, don't agonize, organize. And that's and we've been pressing forward. So please do join the Black is Back Coalition. Don't agonize, organize. Come into our working groups. We have an education working group. We have a political prisoner working group. We have a youth and student working group. We have a working group around health and such things. And these working groups work to push the 19-point national black political agenda for self-determination. We have to have our own agenda. It is not enough to have the agenda of the Democratic Party or the Republican Party, which sets no future forward for African people except for maintaining the status quo. We have to have our own agenda. What is our agenda in our community? We have to decide that. We have to decide that. We have to start creating black community conventions. That's one of the things that Impedum will be pursuing. Is creating black community conventions, which we work with our community to create our own agenda, a black community agenda, which the community pushes forward. So these things that, anyways, but it's real important to do that, to push that forward, and to win all who can be won on over to that. Because you would be surprised how many people support this struggle. The struggle of black people, African people, for liberation, for total recapturing of our resources. And so, thank you so much for coming through. We have an exciting conference coming on tomorrow at Fairfield, where we will be discussing solutions, real solutions. Because this isn't just a march. We don't agonize, we organize. You see all over the place. We were distributing agitprops. We were getting contacts and things like that. Because we're not here just to be observers. We're here organizing people. You know, I was talking earlier with sister. White House is the target. The people are. That's the forces that we're working to organize. Right. And they have to see that they're strong together. We're strong together. And victory is certain. So thank you so much. Fist up!
Fight back!
Fist up!
Fight back!
Fist up!
Fight back!
Victory to the African Revolution. Victory to the Palestinian Revolution. Hands off Venezuela. Hands off Cuba. Hands off Africa. Hands off Uhuru. And victory is certain. Uhuru.
We win. We win.
Uhuru. Everyone, we come to the close of our program. We want to thank everybody that showed up, every organization. And I know that there were some organizations that had asked if they could speak on this day while we were here. But we have to run a very, very tight program. We're under a very, very tight schedule, and we also have to be very disciplined. So I just want to thank everybody for coming. We appreciate it. And we would like to take a group picture. And then the folks in New Jersey, we got to start moving to leave. But Brother Gil Noble, please go to where Gil Oberer is. Everybody in New Jersey, we got to be out of here. So everybody got something?
Can we take a group photo in front of that tree?
All right, group photo. Let's tell us where to move.
Hey, can we go in front of that tree?
Okay, over here to my right, this tree here, group photo. Quickly, because the folks in New Jersey gotta leave.
New York.